So what permits and licenses are required for food trucks in Maine? Well, here on Food Truck Freaks, this video, we're going to dive directly into that question. I'm going to give you everything and break them down to specifically what you need to know if you're looking to create a mobile food truck business. All right, so if you're dreaming about that, rolling out your very own food truck in Maine, it's a great choice. But before you actually start cooking up those lobster rolls or chowder, you need to tackle something super important. And first, that's permits and licenses. Yep, it's not as simple as just buying a truck and, of course, parking anywhere. Maine, like every state, has its own set of rules that you need to follow to legally operate a food truck. So let's break down step by step. Number one, food truck license, which is their mobile food service license as it is known. First thing you'll need is a mobile food service license from Maine Department of Health and Human Services. Now, this license basically tells the state that your food truck is up to health and safety standards. Now, you'll need to pass an inspection, of course, where they'll check everything like your water supply, refrigeration, food storage, cooking setup, and even how you wash your hands. Yes, they actually get that detailed, as a matter of fact. Now, here's a little quick tip. Before you even schedule this inspection, guys, your truck has to be ready, fully built, clean, with all the equipment in place, ready to literally get rolling, okay? So before you even do that, make sure that's all set in place. Now, if you're working with, obviously, a food truck builder, they'll go over the specifics with you in that state, and they'll tell you exactly what they'll need to get up and running. Number two is your food handler certification. Now, it's recommended or required, actually, in some of the cities in the state of Maine. So this is really important. Depending on actually where you're parking, you or someone on your team may need to have a food handler certification or even a certified food protection management course, okay? Now, which is actually kind of a step up from the other food handler certification. It actually shows that you know how to properly store, practice your food. It usually also is a short on-term online course that can be taken with an exam. Very simple. Number three, local business license and vendor's permit. So now Maine doesn't issue a statewide vendor permit. That means that every city or town you operate in might actually have its own rules. So you'll need to double check if you're going to a different city, by the way, guys. You might have to actually have an additional permit there. For example, if you're in Portland, you'll need a vendor license from the city clerk's office. Bangor or Lewiston, actually, or Augusta, they all have their own permit requirements. So always check with each individual city's local government office. Some cities even limit the number of food trucks permits available each year, so you might want to apply as early as possible to get that. Number four, vehicle registration and inspection. So your food truck is still a vehicle, so you'll need to have it properly registered with the Maine Bureau of Motor Vehicles. That's the BMV. Now, plus you also need, depending upon the size and setup, might actually need a commercial inspection sticker to show it's road safe in order for you to do it, depending on the size of the truck, by the way. Number five, sales tax registration. So because you're selling food and it's not exempt in Maine, you need to register with the Maine Revenue Services or for that actual sales tax license. You'll collect sales tax from customers and report that to the state. Quick heads up though, if you don't collect or pay your sales tax properly, it can actually shut down your food truck very fast. So you want to stay on top of that one in particular and just basically remit that tax as soon as possible. Number six, fire marshal inspection. Yes, if your truck has a cooking equipment, especially things like grills, obviously, which it will, and fryers or propane tanks, many towns actually require you to pass a fire safety inspection. Now, they'll check for fire suppression systems, your fire extinguishers, of course, ventilation, and your gas lines. You might even need to get a certificate from the state fire marshal's office or a local fire department, depending upon where you actually operate. Number seven, parking and zoning permits. This is probably one of the most overlooked things. You can't exactly just park wherever you want. Last but of course not least is this, and you can't just go anywhere. Some cities actually require a parking permit specifically for your food truck. For instance, like in Portland, has a designated zones and times when food trucks are allowed to operate in those areas. If you park illegally, now you can actually be fined, in some cases shut down on the spot if you are in excess of fines. So in a nutshell, what do you need to operate? Well, the mobile food service license. You got your local vendor's permit, which is going to be for each city or town, okay, they're going to be in. Your sales tax license, your food handler certification, fire safety inspection if you're cooking with open flames and gas and such, which predominantly a lot of them are, proper vehicle registration and insurance, of course, and then parking permits depending on the city and zoning times. Now, hey, really quick pro tip. Before you invest thousands of dollars into doing a food truck, call actually your local city clerk's office and the Maine DHHS to make sure that you actually have the most up-to-date requirements, because laws do change, by the way, year to year, and sometimes it may be a couple of years, but they do update them periodically. Okay, so I'll see you guys on the next video. Definitely check out some additional resources. If you are brand new to our channel, you want to hit that subscribe button. We've got hundreds of videos here, all kinds of great stuff, even marketing tips and pointers. I'll see you on our next video.